Hey Embers, and welcome to part 21 of my Harvest Moon Back to Nature slow playthrough. So we start today off in the 4th of fall, or autumn as I call it, year 1. So we're just going to check the weather as always. In today's episode, we are going to be going through 4 days, so the 4th through to the 7th. Just going to check the news as well. We won't be doing this every day, of course. But this is just a recap of the events that are happening in fall. So we're going to head straight outside. We do have our harvest sprites. Nothing has come in the mailbox. So we're just collecting everything as always. Again, I have mentioned this before, but autumn is definitely my favourite season in real life. And I do like it in this game. It's just so hectic, particularly in your first year, as you'll see as we go along. So we're going to ship everything. We do still need to keep stuff for our fridge, I believe, but we are going to go ahead and ship it for now. Feeding the hens as always. So while we're collecting the eggs, I just want to say welcome back if you are a returning viewer. If you are a new viewer, I just want to sort of recap. Now we are sort of nearly done with year 1, I guess, in this game. Obviously, we are going to be playing through all the way to the end of year 3, so this is going to be a very, very long playthrough. So I just wanted to recap and say this is the game Harvest Moon Back to Nature, of course, and I absolutely love this game. I really, really do. I have such fond memories of it. And we're just going to go up and grab some of the wild crops. I think we're going to give an egg to the Harvest Goddess. And you will have started to see some little changes on the channel in terms of Sundays were exclusively for this Harvest Moon playthrough. It's now been moved to Saturdays, and I was only going to do 1 day a week on a playthrough, but this is going to run for so long that I have added an extra day in order to do more playthroughs. So I hope you guys are okay with that change. I hope you're happy with that. That way you get to see more games as well, of course. But thank you to everyone who has stuck with this. I really, really do appreciate it. I love this game so much, and I'm just so happy that even one of you is watching it, so thank you. But yes, the plan is just to play through the game as organically as possible, as we have been doing. I'm just taking my time with it. That's why it's called a slow playthrough. I'm not trying to rush it or anything like that. And the goal of this game really is, I don't think I need to explain Harvest Moon to you, but it ends on the end of year 3. You can continue past year 3. We'll talk about that when we get there. But the idea is by the end of year 3, you either fail the game or you don't. So we'll see that as we go along. Hopefully we won't fail. I'm pretty confident we won't. And again, there may be some further plans. We'll discuss them as we get there, because we're nowhere near that yet. But I appreciate that this game is very, very old now, and for some people I think this would be too slow, and I definitely understand that. But for me, I just wanted to take my time and appreciate this brilliant game for what it is, because I really do love it, and it's still my favourite Harvest Moon game to date. So, a lot of filler there while we gather the wild crops. I hope you don't mind. Again, unfortunately, we are unable to carry them all. And I get stuck on everything constantly in this game. It's a problem. Once again, we do need some of this stuff for our fridge, but while we don't have any harvestables, it's best to just ship these straight away, I think. So I assume we're going to go back and get the one we missed. Yep, it looks like it. So unfortunately we didn't get to see the girls up at the mountain this time. That's okay, because Poppy wouldn't have been there anyway, as it's a Sunday. So we're heading back now, and let's see what we end up doing for the rest of the day. Of course we're going to ship that one, but I think we're going to go straight to the barn. Now a quick recap while we say hello to the sheep. I make little sort of personal goals for myself every season in this game, just because I think that makes it a little bit more exciting. So for fall's goals, I have spoke about them before. We want to get at least a cow, one more cow, not one more cow, we don't have a cow, at least one cow or another sheep. We would like to upgrade the barn and raise Poppy's heart level. So there's a big speed up here while I plant some more flowers. This, I will tell you in advance, is an epic fail, and it makes things very, very difficult. Without spoiling too much, there is an event that happens if you plant a certain amount of flowers on your farm. And much like summer, where I also mess this event up, I do it again in fall. So we spend an incredible amount of time sorting out these flowers, watering them. It's a waste of time, basically. But the good thing about the fall flowers is, we're just going to do a big speed up while we water. The good thing about the fall flowers is that there is a chance you can sell one of the flowers. So if the flower is a red flower, you can sell that. But, we're just saying hello to the horse as well. But yeah, bit of a nightmare because we definitely bit off more than we could chew, even with the harvest sprites, trying to water those flowers all the time. I mean, you keep an eye on the time. It's these damn flowers, and I shouldn't have done it. I did mess up. Well, we'll see what happens as time goes on. So, bit of a spoiler there, but I'm just so annoyed about it. So we can't finish doing the flowers. So I head off to the hot spring just to replenish some energy. But as you can see, it is already 9 o'clock at night. So if I could go back and tell myself not to plant those flowers, I absolutely would. But unfortunately, I did mess up. So we're going to stay in the hot spring till 10 o'clock, I presume, maybe just a little bit later. And again, I still haven't been in a hot spring. I would like to. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Japanese term for a hot spring type thing is like an onsen. I would love to do that. So we're going to continue watering some of these flowers. Just going to make sure, see if everything's watered. The harvest sprites might have done it while we were gone, so there was a couple of bits to water yet. And we are also going to check the grass. Nothing needs doing at the moment. So with that, it is 10 to 12. I think we're going to go and head off to bed. Just going to sort our tools out. And, oh, no. Hey, what we doing? What we doing? Oh, we're just replenishing the watering can there, refilling that. And are we going to bed? It's 10 past 12. This also means that maybe you're excited about this. We do miss the television today because it's too late at night to watch it. So with that, we're going to head straight to bed with the dog and go on to day 5 of fall. So here we are in day 5. We're going to check the weather as always. And it's going to be raining tomorrow, which is good news considering how many crops we have. So we're going to head straight outside. Harvest sprites are coming in, and nothing in the mailbox. Of course, because it is raining tomorrow, it gives us the task of trying to get the horse into the stable, so we'll see how that went. So we found the horse. Hello, Binky. And are we going to put him into the stable? Yep, we are. But no, we give up for now. So we'll have to try and get him in the stable later. But we go straight into the barn instead this time, instead of going straight into the chicken coop. Say hello to Fluffy. And of course nothing has grown just yet. So we're going to collect up everything else as usual. But we are not collecting the honey because as it is fall 5, there is 2 sort of events today. It is somebody's birthday, so maybe we're keeping that honey for them. And it's also another little event which you'll see as we go on. So we've not collected the honey just yet, so we're going to feed the fish. But today is going to be a busy day in game, seeing as we do have all our farm work to do, our wild crops together, and 2 events. So we are collecting up the eggs. I do have a bit of trouble with picking up the eggs sometimes, as you can see. Takes a little bit longer than I would like it to. And I assume we're going to ship them. Hang on, no we're not. No, we've left with them. Okay, so I guess we're going to parboil those. I'm not sure that was the best idea, actually. It's a good way to get more money, yes, but we definitely won't be able to pick everything up now with 4 eggs in our pocket. So I'm not too sure about this, but never mind. So we're going to collect the wild crops, of course. But with 4 eggs in our backpack, I probably shouldn't have done this. There's Gots there as normal. And look, getting stuck on absolutely everything on the way back. So we only have a slot for one more thing, so not ideal at all. But we are going to head down into the mountain and grab a flower for potpourri. So let's give her that flower. And she's on an orange heart. And he's still on a blue heart. Now, one of my goals, I will be totally honest with you, one of my goals for fall was to have Potpourri's heart level raise. She's currently on orange. I recall her being on yellow, so I don't know if we've already completed that goal, to be honest. But I can't remember if her heart has raised in the fall or not. Was she an orange heart at the end of summer? I genuinely can't remember. We're going to sparboil these eggs now. So I don't know if we've already filled one of those fall goals already on the 5th. I'm not sure. Maybe I should have checked that before I started recording, but you know, it is what it is. I think I forgot where the crops were as well, which is always a good idea, isn't it? So we're going to take all this back to ship, keeping an eye on the time, of course, because I do have 2 events today, as I said. So it's not the most ideal way to do it, but at least we get a little bit more money for sparboiling the eggs. With that, we're going to head back out and grab the rest that we didn't manage to grab. And let's head back to the farm. So again, we do need to keep some of these at one point, but for now I am shipping them all. So with that, I think we're going to grab the honey and head off the farm. Not forgetting, of course, we do still need to get our horse into the stable because it's raining tomorrow. So, as I say, it is a birthday today. It is Stu's birthday, so we're going to head in and give him his present. And this is quite interesting what he says here, so we'll have a look. Little Stu says, "You only have one birthday a year. I was hoping for an ultra robot. But I guess I shouldn't ask too much. Thank you, John." Now, what I haven't noticed before is that line, because, of course, one of the channels that we watch on the television is Mechabot Ultra. So the idea that another character is referencing it is quite interesting. So next, we are going to head down to the inn, because it is also, unfortunately, Anne's mother's memorial day today. Very, very sad. So we're going to go in and see how Anne's doing. And as you can see, Doug is not there today. So he's normally stood there every day. And Anne says, "Gosh, it's tough when my dad's off work. We close at 5 today." Bless her. Oh, bless her. She doesn't have any memories of her mother, so her mother must have passed young. So with that, we're going to go and find Doug for a little event with him. And on Anne's mother's memorial, Doug goes up to the peak of Mother's Hill. So that's where we're going to go and see him. So we have quite a long walk back up to the hill. So again, I hope you guys are enjoying this series. I know, like I say, that it's a very, very long series, and I appreciate some people might find this boring. I totally get that, but I just absolutely love it. So while we're here, we decide to go ahead and pick some flowers to put in the cabinet. There is an aeroplane flying very low, so if you hear that rumble, that's what that is. I do apologise for that. That's flying very low, actually. I hope everything's okay. And with that, we are going to go ahead and speak to Doug. I hope you can ignore that if you can hear it. I don't know how loud that is for you guys. So there is Doug, up on the top of Mother's Hill. And as you can see, time has stopped. Oh, bless him. And that's it, just a small event there, so let's head back. You see, it's easily missable, that one. And with that, there's going to be a little bit of a speed up because we decided to chop some of the stumps, which is probably not the best idea when we still have a lot to water on our farm, but never mind. We do obviously want to conserve our energy for that. But we are also aiming to get that barn upgrade, so we thought we'd get some wood there. So keeping an eye on the time, I think it's going to be another late night. I'm amazed that I haven't overslept yet in this game, because that can happen. We just haven't seen it in my playthrough yet. So with that, let's get another speed up on the go while we help the Harvest Sprites water. They have done a pretty good job. Again, what's slowing them and us down is these flowers that are just totally unnecessary. But we live and we learn. So a big giant speed up here while we figure this out. And don't forget, we still need to get the horse into the barn. So we're doing that now. Again, I've sped this up because it takes quite a long time, as you can see. But it wasn't as painful as it has been. In you go. And with that, I believe we are going to head off to bed. It is 20 past 12. So around the same time as it was yesterday. So again, no television for us today. But we do need to put our flowers in the cabinet. So let's go ahead and do that. And with that, we are going to move swiftly on to day 6, which is the penultimate day of this episode. And it's raining, luckily for us, so we're going to check the weather for tomorrow. It's nice and sunny again. So rain is obviously very, very beneficial in this game, as you don't have to water. So we're going to check the mailbox, and nothing. And it also means the Harvest Sprites have come to our farm to get wet for nothing, because they don't need to do anything. But we do have a crop that's grown, so we're going to have a speed up here. Our sweet potato has grown in. Absolutely wonderful. So we're going to head, I assume, straight to the hen house with that. Nope, we're just going to ship it. No, hang on, where are we going? The barn? I can't work it out, can I? No, we're off to the barn. And I don't know if we end up keeping any of this sweet potato, because we do obviously need some for the fridge. But for now, we're going to ship all of that. Say hello to the sheep while we're here. And with that, we're just checking our situation. We have 17,495 Gs, 25 chicken feed and 51 cow and sheep feed. So I would say that we are in need of getting some chicken feed, because we'll just be left with 20. So sorry Binky, but you can't come out today. So we are going to gather presumably the rest of these sweet potatoes. Yeah, so there's another tiny speed up here. And with that, we are going to head into the house, I think. Yeah, so we're going to keep some of these in the fridge. So we're going to head straight to the fridge. And pop 3 sweet potatoes in here, because I do like doing things in sets of 3s for some reason. So you will see the cooking mechanic a lot more as we go on. I tend to do a lot more cooking in the winter in this game. So we're going to gather the apples and the honey. No, we're just going to gather 1 apple. Hey, okay, we fed the fish. I don't know why we did it in that order, but never mind. And into the hen house we go to ship everything else. So I can't remember what I just said for our money. I think we're on 17,000 and something. So we'll have to see what that changes to once we get paid for today. So are we going to attempt to parboil all these eggs again? Let's have a look. I assume we are. And we picked the eggs up before we fed the chickens again. I thought I'd learnt, I haven't. So this was a very silly thing to do, wasn't it? But hey ho. Again, apologies if you can hear any background noise. It's not a helicopter this time, or an aeroplane, sorry. Did I say helicopter? Aeroplane. It is my bunny rabbit in the background, so I do apologise for that. Now, of course, we don't need to give an egg to the harvest goddess today, so are we going to parboil all 4? Let's see. Yes, we do end up parboiling all 4. So with that, we have 3 slots left. So we're going to go down here and grab what we can. So we are going to be left with 1 crop we can't grab up here, which is going to be the poisonous mushroom. So let's take these back home and ship them, and we still need to go all the way up the mountain to get the other ones. So that's why fall takes so long. And you can choose not to get them if you want, but we need the money. We need the money. And again, we're going to head into the house. Because we had the sweet potatoes today, we are going to keep some of these wild harvestables for ourselves. So when I said we need the money, So we're going to go ahead and take the 2 green grasses and all 3 mushrooms, I guess. Yep. No. Yep. No. Are we going to keep just do 2? No, they're going in. Have no idea. And with that, we're going to head back out. Presumably, we're going to go up to the mountain and get the ones that we missed. So we've just shipped the eggs, and yes, it looks like we're heading back out to get the ones that we didn't get before. And again, the harvest sprites are just chilling because they don't need to do anything, of course, because it's raining. So I don't know if we end up shipping these or putting some in the fridge. We're going to have to wait and see for that one. But again, we've barely done anything and it is midday. So fall really does go quick in this game. So for fall already, last episode was 3 days in the one episode. This episode is 4 days in the one episode. I am aiming to stick between 3 or 4 days per episode. It's a little bit harder in fall, as you can see, because we have a lot more to do. In winter's episodes, I'm aiming to fit more into that because there's not a great deal to do in winter in this game, minus the festivals, etc. But you can't plant crops in the winter, and there's no harvestables. So with that, we're going to head into Gotz's house. We desperately want that barn, so we have 17,495 Gs, but we do not have enough wood. So we have enough money, but not enough wood. So we need 6,800 Gs, which we've definitely got, but we need 500 pieces of lumber, which we do not have. So what do we end up doing? We're going to check how much lumber costs. I think it's 50 Gs a piece. Yep. And we ended up buying one by accident, I think. I think that was an accident, so we've just bought one lumber. But with that, we will not be upgrading the barn just yet. So we are heading out of the farm. Like I say, I don't think I intentionally meant to buy one piece of lumber, but we've bought it. We're going to head into the poultry farm. So we're going to give a flower to Potpourri. She was on an orange heart. She's still on an orange heart. Like I say, I can't remember if we've got her from a yellow heart to an orange heart, or something like that. So I can't remember if we've completed that goal or not. I'll have to go back and watch previous episodes. And we are going to be, of course, grabbing some chicken feed, because we only have 20 at the moment. Which I didn't forget, clearly. Didn't remember when I was doing this, so I've had to have a double check. But yes, we definitely need chicken feed. So I think we end up buying 80. Yep, which makes around 100 for chicken feed. So we're heading back out. I'm not entirely sure what we do today, but I imagine we're heading back to the farm. So we are going into the house, so I assume we are going to be putting some of these harvestables in the fridge. Certainly looks like it. So we're not going to have too many wild crops to ship today. We do keep the poisonous mushroom. I don't think we need to do that, but we do go ahead and keep that. So we're not going to get much money from the wild crops today, but we did, of course, sell our sweet potatoes. So with that, we're going to go and check if our grass is ready to be sheared. Sheared is not the word, is it? To be cut. To be cut. Sheared. Never mind. And some of it is, so we have a speed up here while I cut all of this grass. This, again, this helps with, so you don't have to buy cow and sheep fodder. And with that, it looks like we're getting the axe out, so I think we're going to go and chop some trees, so that will be another speed up. I say this every single episode, so at the risk of boring you, I hope you don't mind the speed ups. They are necessary for these episodes to run as smoothly as they do. So a big speed up here as we chop all of this. Could you imagine how soaked our little character would be? I don't think. And with that, it looks like we're heading back to the farm. And I don't think there's much else to do but go straight to bed, but we'll see what I end up doing. Yep, so it looks like we are heading back home. And for the first time this episode, we'll be watching the closing television. Oh, we decided to play ball with the dog for a little bit first, though, I think. That's sweet. As you can see, he's not the most efficient at it at the moment, but he does get better. So as you can see, like I say, he's not very good at catching the ball yet, but he will be. So we realise we'll forget where the ball is if we leave it there, so we do end up moving it because it got too stuck. So with that, we're going to pick up the dog and watch the television. What is it today? Is the delicious hour. So what are they going to teach us how to cook? Grape jam. Have I ever tried grape jam? I don't actually think I have, you know. Maybe I have. It sounds like something you'd try, but I can't remember. So let's check in with good old Farmer Fran. What's she talking about today? Cows. Okay, we're talking about cows a bit more. I've never used the mechanic of selling animals in this game and exchanging animals. Never ever done it. But I've never sold an animal. So you'll have to let me know if you play this game, if you sell your animals, because I just don't. So we're now moving on to our final day of the episode, which is day 7. So let's check the weather. And it's going to be sunny again today. Tomorrow, sorry. It is today, but that's for tomorrow. With that, we head straight out, check the mailbox. Nothing's come. So I think we should go straight to the stable. We're just going to check if anything's grown. Doesn't look like it. I think we should head straight to the stable and get Binky the horse out. And yes, that looks like that's exactly what we're doing. So out he comes. My tummy just rumbled then. I don't know if you heard that. That was a really weird rumble. Must be hungry. So while we're here, I figure we might as well go into the barn. Yep, we do. And Fluffy has grown her wool, so we can shear her. Yeah, see, shear's the right word there. So we are going to shear the sheep, even though I think they look better with their wool. But it does make them happy to be sheared. So I assume we're going to start gathering, as we always do. So we'll be grabbing all of this and heading into the hen house. So this morning routine is fairly the same every morning. It's just the way I choose to play the game. But there's lots and lots of ways you can play this, any way you want. So hopefully we actually feed the chickens first before picking up the eggs. Oh, we do, see? I don't know what possessed me last time not to, but that's happened a few times this playthrough. So we've fed the chickens. Again, I have said this a few times, so at the risk of repeating myself, there is a reason we're not currently buying any more chickens. Oh, we've decided to leave the eggs where they are completely this time. What is going on with me? So there is a reason that we are not buying any more chickens, and that will become apparent as time goes on. I have said that in a previous episode. We meet the doctor this morning, as it's a Wednesday, the clinic is closed. So yes, for some reason, we've decided to completely leave the eggs in the hen house, so let's see what ends up happening. Just of course, have a little word with Gots while we're here. And once again, I do need to apologise for background noise, but it's cute background noise. My bunny rabbit is fast asleep and she's grinding her teeth, as they do. So she's doing lots of little munchies, so if you can hear anything, that's what that is. But that's the kind of background noise I wouldn't complain about. So cute. So we're going to go ahead and gather the rest. We decided to take some flowers to the girls this morning. So Annie's still in a blue heart there. Let's give this to Potpourri. And she's on a orange still. We can gather these two. We don't have an egg for the Harvest Goddess just yet. And with that, we have 3 spaces left. And no, we decide to go back to the farm. So we're going to go back and ship these. I don't know what we're going to do with the eggs. Let's find out. Oh, we are picking the eggs up now. And I presume we're going to go and parboil them. Yep, it looks like it. So let's head back out and grab the last crops that we didn't manage to grab. And I assume we're going straight up to parboil those eggs as well, but we are just checking our money. 18,855 Gs. It's not bad. So we have 3 eggs to parboil and 1 to give to the Harvest Goddess. So let's go ahead and do that. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I think we got her just in time, because I think you can't get her in the afternoon or the evening. But I can't be sure on that, because I always give the egg in the morning, or the crop in the morning. So with that, we are going to do another speed up, because we are going to be chopping some more wood. So another big speed up here. And remember, we need 500 wood, I think. We've got 343 pieces. So what are we going to do? We are going to head into GOTS, it looks like. So are we going to potentially waste a bit of money and buy the rest of that lumber to get the barn upgrade? Let's see. I think we are. So I think we're going to go ahead and buy the lumber. There is a quicker way to do this, by the way. If you press up or down, it will increase the number by 10 rather than by 1. I don't know why I don't utilise that feature, actually. So it looks like we are going to go ahead and buy the rest of the lumber. Which costs us 7,850 Gs. So we still have 11,000 left. So I think we are going to tick off one of our fall goals, which was to upgrade the barn. Are we going to do it? So a large chunk of money here, but yes, we have decided we're going to upgrade the barn. So if Poppy's heart level has indeed gone up, the only goal that I have set myself that we need to do for the remainder of fall is to fill the barn, to get more cows and more sheep. Again, I say more cows as if we've got one. We haven't got one yet. So with that, it's 3:30 in game, and I believe we're going to have a speed up in a minute. We're just going to ship these, because of course we will help the sprites water. And we did manage to get those in on time as well. So another speed up here while we help water. This is going to take up most of the rest of the day, I think. That was Zach just coming to pick up the produce, so we have been paid for that. And again, a big speed up while we water. Will we be able to get it all done? And it looks like we have indeed got everything watered. So it is 9:20 in the game. And I believe we're just heading straight off to bed. So of course we'll be ending the episode off watching the television. We now have 5,985 Gs. We did spend quite a lot, but we're just going through our stats at the moment. We did spend a lot there, but at least we'll have the upgraded barn. So again, just going through our stats. And with that, we're going to pick up the dog and watch the telly. And this is, what do we have today? The song hour. Oh my goodness, this does my head in. So while we are looking at the song hour, technically listening to the song, I guess, I'm going to wrap up the episode. So thank you very, very much for watching. It really does mean the world to me. It honestly does. And I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I am. I really, really do. I have no idea what this song's about. Let's just ignore it. We do, of course, have good old Farmer Fran as well. And I imagine she's still talking about exchanging or selling animals. Let's have a look. Ah, no, they're talking about the map. Which we haven't really looked at the map properly in this playthrough, so that's something we might have to do. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. It really, really does mean a lot. Honestly, it does. I just play this game for fun, and I'm just grateful that there's even one of you watching, like I say, so thank you so, so much. She's going on a bit today, isn't she? Well, let's go to bed, and with that, we are going to end off the episode. So until next time, bye, Embers.